two-step and then run out of gas because of it. That was so dumb. I can't believe I did that shit.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the PRA Wreckfest Season 12, I believe, Week 3. And we have a solid race for you tonight. It's a Gold Series at Midwest Motor Center.
There you go. Public service. There you go, boys.
And tonight we have some of the fastest and best in PRA, and it's going to be an exciting race. Tonight I'm with B-Dog, and I am Grandpa, your host. We're about to go green.
Daddy. Green.
Green. Here we go.
Looks like we're underway. What's going on, Grandpa? How's it going?
Oh, I'm excited. I am thankful to be here. It's going to be a hell of a race. These guys are the best, and they're already off to a great start. D West is holding up tight up front, and it is solid all the way through the pack.
You know, it's never a PRA event without something going wrong. I started streaming to the wrong channel because I never changed the stream key. And so I had to, in the middle of the pace lap, I had to switch the stream keys. That way everybody could see on the network on the right channel which series we're racing tonight, because I was streaming on the wrong channel. I was wondering why I wasn't getting any feedback.
No.
But we're on the right channel. We got 11 Gold Series drivers coming in for tonight's event. As you guys saw, D. Westberg was on the pole. And he's challenged by Frylock, Zuris, and Bobby. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not really too sure what happened on the start. I don't know if you saw something from your point of view, but it looked like maybe Squeller and Millsy might have gotten into an accident a little bit.
Yes, it looked like on the last corner, Millsy was two-wheeling it. And I think he got in. I'm not sure who he got into, but on the last corner, they got into it. But that was right before they got to the finish line, so I'm not sure if that counts as a tally.
Yeah, so Wired is going to be the official. You guys normally see him in the booth for Silver Series, or for Bronze Series with Squeller. He's normally in the booth, but for this week, he is the head official for it. So that'll be interesting for him. Interesting to see how he officiates this race. But we have some competitive guys racing tonight. Me and Grandpa, we were talking about in qualifying, just seeing some of these guys put down times, and all of the times, for the most part, were really under a blanket.
Absolutely. The top 7 are neck and neck all the way through, and it's going to be really hard to pass. Oh, looks like someone got into the wall here on the last corner.
That'd be Saturn.
Ooh, he was throwing it hard. And you have to. These guys are flying. You can't make any mistakes. You make one mistake, and it's hard to make up that ground in this Gold Series.
And when you say that, I mean that's true. It is hard to make up the ground because in PRA we say this every week. We got our 3 divisions: bronze, silver, and gold, and they're separated by skill level. So it's not like you are in a lobby where you're way faster than everybody else. So if you make a mistake, it's no big deal. Like in the public lobbies, sometimes if you make a mistake, you got plenty of time to make it right. But and here you're around people that are the same exact skill level as you. So if you make a mistake, you're probably not going to recover unless there's a caution.
Absolutely. And I'm sure some of these guys in the back are always hoping for a caution, but not to be the caution. So it's a tricky one, and with this Gold Series, cautions are very few and far between. So, if like Millsy right now, he's lagging in the back, unfortunately, from that accident. It's going to be hard to make up that ground. He's hoping for a caution. Him, King Saturn, and Squeller, those guys are in the back there. It's going to be tough.
So I'm on board with Squeller right now. He's in 8th. He's picked off a few positions, and this is going to be very key because, as you mentioned, there's not a lot of cautions in gold, and right now he only has a 5-point lead over Zuris. So if this race was to end right now, Zuris would either be tied or I think would have a 1-point lead over him. So
wow,
he has to try to close that gap to Zuris. He's not only racing against Zuris, but he's not only racing for the win, but he's racing against Zuris because them two are within 5 points of each other. So as you can see him, he's manipulating the field a little bit, starting to finesse his way up to the front, picking off guys one by one. So I figure by the end of this, if we don't have a caution, easily top 5. I mean, because he could see the top 5 with Ty right there in 5th place. And to mention that, Ty in 5th place and Millsy in 11th place, they are our Silver Series drivers each week. two Silver Series drivers that gets to come race with gold, and the way that they earned that was because they performed in the Silver Series. Each of them won their race. I think Millsy actually won this race in Silver Series, and Ty won Espadalen, which will be the next race we're going to in the Silver Series. So, Grandpa, you raced Monday in the Silver Series. What was your biggest takeaway from this track in particular when it came to racing it?
It's one of it's a fan favorite, right? It's everybody's favorite. It's easy to get around. It's easy to control the car. Obviously, DFS is having a little struggle in the back here. He hit the corner, but um, it's one of the simpler tracks on the circuit. So to make it to the front, it's challenging because everybody's so even, and in this Gold Series, it's really hard. So it's a fun track. The jump is a little tricky, and coming to that last corner, if you're side by side, you got to be careful. But other than that, it's pretty good. It's a good track.
Yeah, I mean, when I think of PRA, obviously Bloomfield and Pine Hills are the two tracks we kick off every year with, except for I think season 9 we didn't. But then you also, this is a staple track in PRA. It's one of the tracks that we race at every season because, like you said, you know, it's a very simplistic track. You know, it's 100% dirt. You don't have to worry about the weird bumps coming onto the transition from asphalt to the dirt or the gravel, stuff like that. And it's not really that technical of a track, so there's not really a lot of errors for somebody to make a mistake and you capitalize on it because, I mean, it's not technical. It's not as technical as some of the other tracks. So I mean, that's why I feel like these restarts and starts, I mean, they're crazy here because you got to gain as much ground as you can before everything, you know, festers out. As I'm looking right now, the top 3 seems to just check out away from Bobby in 4th place in Westburg. Season 1 or Silver Series Season 1 champion is hunting down a Gold Series win right now, but he has to compete with one of the best on the game. That's Frylock.
Yeah, absolutely. And Frylock actually a few laps ago just got around D West for first place, and he's not checking out. He's right there. D West is holding his own. He's trying to keep him right in range. So if he makes a mistake, he can jump right on it. And Zuri's is right there too, hoping that, he can get a little bit here and there in the corners and make up a little ground to be there for when a mistake happens. And these guys don't make mistakes. It's very, very few. So it's going to be tough. And we were talking about it before the race started. These guys were hitting low 41s. If you look at the lap times now, Ty Hard with a 40.845, the fastest time in this series, and he's a silver driver. He is hauling.
And that was I'm happy you mentioned that because I was getting ready to mention that because I was looking at the times, and I saw Ty Hard as I cracked my voice, Ty Hard with that 40.8. Nobody in Silver Series busted down into the 40s, but Ty Hard racing against Gold, that competition. He I guess he might have took away some lines from some people and to see how they do it. And so obviously there's speed there. He's the quickest one in the lobby, but not necessarily the fastest one. Like, he put down that time, but can he put down those consistent times? The top 3, they checked out. That's long gone. Unless all 3 of them wreck, I don't think these two, Bobby or Ty Hard, have anything to say. But if we have a caution, he's putting down these quick lap times. He's getting around this track. You never know if the field gets grouped back together.
I fully agree. These top 3 are in a world of their own. They're holding it. They're flying. They're getting around this track faster than everybody else consistently. It's exactly what you said. Zuri's is having a little bit of a challenge. He's falling back just a little bit. Made a mistake, I think, in the last corner coming to lap 14. And they only got 4 more laps before there are more cautions. So these guys in the back are just hoping someone makes a mistake. The other thing I want to throw out there too with this Gold Series, this is realistic damage. So the damage makes a huge difference to the car and the speed, and these guys know that. So as fast as they are going, they're on edge and try not to make a mistake.
Yeah, and that's one thing that we wanted to put in. We had to have Gold separate somehow from the other 2 series. I mean, in Bronze you have the newcomers. You want to see how the newcomers race. In Silver you have the people who are the least experienced. Or not the least experienced, but how do I put this? In Silver, you got the people who are more aggressive. In Bronze, you have the people that are least experienced. So when you go to Silver, you'll see more of the beating and banging and stuff like that. But when it comes to Gold, everybody's so proper. They're very finesse on their moves that they make. A lot of finessing the corners. So we had to make them stand out. The realistic damage is something that maybe the viewers don't recognize, but it's definitely recognized by the drivers, and there in turn that creates a more better racing product for the Gold Series, in my opinion.
Absolutely. These guys are seasoned veterans. They've been around for a while. They race all the time. They put in their time. They practice all week. They bust their butts. They work really hard, and they got these tunes down to a T. They know the track. They know every corner. They put their time in. Where a lot of the guys in the bronze, they're just learning the car. They're learning the track. It's a learning experience. Silver is to tighten that up. Exactly like you said. These guys are like they're working on getting better so that they can move up to the global series, which is like the best. I don't even know how you say it. They're like in a tier of their own. It's crazy. So, this series here is if you want to know how to do it, this is what you watch.
Yeah, and this is what you watch, and also this is how you learn as well. And the prime example of reiterating what you're saying is D. Westberg racing silver last season. Well, now he's contesting for a Gold Series win after racing in silver last season. This is what these series are for. It's coming in, earning your stripes, improving each week, and just racing with the best of them. I mean, you can attest to that. You raced in Bronze Series, almost won the championship. Now you're coming in the Silver Series and competing for the win. Espadalen on Monday, you almost won that race. And you and Ty actually had a very good battle for the win there at certain points. So it's about progressing in each little bit. But we just hit lap 18. No more cautions are going to be coming out. And as we hit lap 18, D. Westberg put down the fastest time out of everybody with a 40.792. Grandpa, I think he knows that cowbell's ringing and he's running out of time.
Absolutely. And I don't know if you noticed, but he is sticking that nose right in there, trying to get to that rear panel so he can get that move, get the right line to get around Frylock. Frylock is not making mistakes. He is holding his own. That pressure is tough. He is holding it right there. D. West he sees it. He's trying. He's pushing hard, but Frylock is doing a hell of a job being in the lead. He knows that pressure is there. It's going to be tough.
And I'm watching this battle, and D West is running where Frylock's not. If you run where Frylock's running, you're going to be playing follow the leader. He's searching for some type of better angle, some type of better grip, some type of better run throughout the corners, and that's what you're going to have to do to pass him. You can't just follow the leader. I do, however, as we're coming to the white flag, I want to bump in. Squeller has made his way up to 7th, and so he has closed that gap on Zuri's just a little bit. Where we're coming to the white flag, just a few more corners. How desperate is D. Westberg going to be to capture this win? And we're about to see it.
I was just about to ask you, do you think he's going to do the bump and run? Frylock is holding it. Look at that. Strong move by D. West trying to get in there. That's what he had to do. He didn't have a choice. Frylock is not giving him a chance.
He's going to have one more shot here in the hairpin, I think, to make his move. I don't know how bad he's going to want to do it. I don't think he really sends it in. Maybe he'll get the run out of the corner coming over the jump. Who knows?
I think Frylock is going to get this here. He's got the corner. Yeah, this is Frylock's. He hit that corner perfect, and Frylock is going to bring it home for the win for the first race of the Gold Series.
And then looks like D. Westberg's going to be coming in second. Third is Zuri's. Bobby looks like he's going to round out in the 4th position. Tyhard in 5th coming across the line. Then we got Captain, Napkin, Squeller. Waiting on the rest of the guys to finish. Looks like it's going to be Saturn, AYDY, D-Fest, and Millsy. What a performance by the Silver Series driver, Mr. Tyhard. Wow, really did put on a good show. Well, guys, we're gonna take a little break. We'll be back very shortly with race number 2 of the night.
I fucked up in the last corner twice, bro. 2 fucking times, man.
I fucked up on the last lap and thought I was gonna lose my spot. Like, how do you run 19 laps in 4th place?
Yep.
Great.
Nope.
Yes, let's go back here.
Yeah, let's do it again.
We're
Right back.
Dude.
He could have fucking Briscoed me a little bit, dude.
Oh, I was definitely faster than you in that first corner, though. That's the only spot I had you.
I was taking it way too conservative.
Yeah. Did. Did.
That's good for points, dude. Do it again, Squeller.
Do it again, Millsy. You know what to do. I'm not mad at you.
Don't blame it on
No, I'm not
Mills.
mad at you. I'm not mad at you. Okay. It wasn't intentional, right?
The good thing is I don't have to change my
Millsy?
setup.
It wasn't intentional, right?
I go down to a 4 on
I
this.
may have pulled
Sorry.
paid a silver driver to take you out.
We were actually 3 wide going into that turn, and I had nowhere to go.
It wasn't intentional, right?
Yeah, it wasn't
Exactly. So we're good.
Kick this
Can't be mad at something that wasn't intentional.
Yeah, we got randoms. I know B-Dog can't hear us.
Well, I can't be mad. I'm just not mad at you. I'm mad at the situation.
All right, we should be good for qualifying.
Yeah, I closed it quite a bit. We'll see what happens. It's all good. Oh no, dude. No, it shit happens, dude.
Hey, I beat Squealer in PRA. Go tell all my friends that now.
Don't you fucking go there. I will. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking.
I'm just stoked I didn't finish last.
He's usually in front of me too there,
this
Ty.
track is.
Hey, I was excited. Top
This
5
track
for
is
me
shit
was
happens.
like winning last night.
No, good
Good
racing. So is anybody running the 5-gear ratio? Taking the fucking...
Definitely not.
Someone's running
Running
one.
the exact same tunes I ran against the other crack.
I ran
Actually, I am running this.
You ran a 4 that last one, D-West?
I ran a 5 at Midwest and a 4 here.
I ran a 5, or I ran a 4 last race.
Hey, D-West might have had the tune, dude. He showed us.
I run a 2.
That's fine. I'd rather have consistency.
He was fucking consistent
I don't think I'm
with
gonna
it too,
hit
though.
those. I don't think I'm gonna hit D West times no matter what my tune is.
I hit a lot of 49s
that
in that
handles
race, that's for sure.
consistently.
Yeah, I don't know how y'all are that fast at Midwest, dude.
Larry got under 102 here.
I'm running a 5 suspension on this one. Let's see how this goes.
I like
With
the
the bumps. Huh? What? Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, well, I was trying to get out of the way. Not fast at this track at all, so try not to be in front of anybody. Go ahead, Fry. I'm waiting on you.
I'm giving Napkins some room.
You get a lot of room behind you, Ty.
Need somebody fast in front of me so I can follow the line.
I got you, B-Dog.
Pull in behind Zuri's, I should be fine.
I don't know.
Be
It's starting to
passing
pull back out.
Do you want to just reset? No, okay. Okay, it's right there. Yeah.
Turn it a little bit. Yeah. Oh. Oh, no. Here comes another one.
Chink was a dog. Frank's right there.
Oh, okay.
You better run out there real quick.
Clean up crew.
Hey, there's no car. Thanks, guys.
piping.
Over there, Ty.
Go ahead, napkins.
Oh, thank you.
Did you crash your car, Squaller?
Whew. Damn it, dude. I was pushing a little too hard for that.
Oh, shit. Oh, I'm in the track. My bad, Mills. I parked it on top of the hill and it fucking reset me.
Good.
Damn, nice lab napkins.
Thank you. To answer your question, Bobby, yes, I just realized I was on mute. Fuck me, man. I couldn't
I
focus
just
that
saw a big
long.
black spot on the
Fuck.
side of your car was all.
Oh no, my car got fucked. I've got a phantom hit on a fucking barrier.
Am I really the
Rylock,
slowest?
you barely got me though.
Phantom hit. Here we go again, Squeller. Calm down
I
with that
did.
shit.
I'll send you the fucking replay, dude. I missed that barrier, and the game's like, nah, here's the other one.
Hey, Frylock, we hear that an awful fucking lot.
I got a ping of 20 million. Leave me the fuck alone. I got double the ping of most
To
you
me,
fuckers.
it looks like you're running about 64, 65 there, bud.
Squeller,
Yeah,
I'm
and you guys
literally
are running
double
on
you,
30s.
dude.
Oh yeah, but you're God sent, so back off. I don't know. I'm having a bad night. I'm gonna
Tell him,
shut up.
Frylock, ping ain't no
Fucking
fucking excuse.
trash bag. Hey, hit that ghost wall in the race too, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Timmy's gotta go.
Come on.
Timmy.
Timmy.
See you later, Timmy.
Timmy. Blah, blah, blah. Timmy.
Nobody's gonna win the race on this first corner. Just gotta remind you.
I could win the race in the first corner.
Yeah, it got a little scary in silver.
Everybody else loses a tire, you know, we'll win.
I think I went from like ninth to fourth in the first corner of the last race.
I need everybody in this race to pull a squealer, okay?
A squealer?
A squealer, yeah.
Squaller?
Squaller.
A schooler?
A squealer. A squaller.
I heard from a
Squirrel.
reliable source it was squealer.
Squisher?
Squirrler.
Squealer.
Scuba?
You guys haven't said Squilliam yet, or Squirtle.
Queller?
Squidward.
Squirtle.
What about Squidward?
Squirtle turtle?
I only got Squilliam. I never got Squidward. I think I was too direct.
Fuck's sakes, Timmy.
Squirrler.
If you get by me, Ty, just don't crash in front of me. Why did Timmy
I'm
come
not
back?
gonna get by you. I'm not fast at this track at all.
Don't crash into the points leader either.
Who's that? Squealer?
Ty,
I'll get him.
I'll send you 40 instead of 20 if you get him.
Alright. Shh. Hush money. Shh.
Get out of
I
here,
got my
dude.
fifth already.
Get out of here, free roam.
Don't worry, B-Dog. We got you. Oh, yeah.
Don't worry, Millsy, we got you.
So mean. So fucking mean.
Don't
Come on,
forget to
guys.
change the
Oh my
laps
god,
again.
guys, chill.
Holy
Jesus.
shit.
Damn, Graham.
Grandpa, pick it up.
One more?
Oh boy.
Oh, shit. I'm getting kicked. I'm getting kicked. Oh, first person ever to be kicked from a gold server.
No, you remember Walleye got kicked last time and he was commentating.
I'm already loading back in,
From the
Wise.
server.
Alright.
Big dog inside of me, dude.
I got kicked from the server.
Tell him, B-Dog. Shit.
Oh,
Picking
you
on the
talk to
silver
Ty
guy. It's
every
fucked
day.
up.
You would kick him too.
That was silver on silver.
Yeah, I got it.
Try not to.
No promises, B-Dog.
Excuse me.
Damn, I don't like that two people said that.
18? Okay.
Okay.
Alright, we're gonna keep it rolling when we're lining up.
Okay. Yeah, wrong track.
Makes sense. Love you, buddy.
Oh, and I'm in for the front.
Red
Perfect.
Squeller.
Alright. So,
Yep. If you need me to take anybody out for you for this race, let me know.
No. whoever sent you after me the first race, take them out.
Hey. Squeller, shut up. Frylock first.
What side?
Captains. I think we did right for silver.
Left.
You want to do left? We can do left.
Well,
The chicane sucks.
last time we did first straight
Whoever's pole
chooses,
gets the
then
pick. Let's do it that way.
Here,
It's
I'll
odds,
choose
it's
left.
odds lefties and right.
There we go.
Left. All right. Odds left,
Odds
evens
left.
right.
Alright. Frylock first. Napkin second. D West third. Zuri's fourth.
And welcome back to race 2 of the PRA Gold Series at Espandala Raceway. We had an exciting first race. Frylock brought it home in first, and he's leading us off for the second race. This should be a good one, B-Dog.
Alright, I'm going to slow it down to about 40.
Oh, damn.
Oh, sorry, Bobby, something a little hot.
Steady.
Left, boys.
Steady. Green.
Squeller's around.
Fuck.
Oh.
Come on, guys.
I was on the brakes, Squeller. I'm sorry.
What the fuck, boys?
and it's not a tally. That's the difficult part too. So he's got to hope for 2 cautions. He's fast here. He can make his way up here, but I don't know how much ground he's gonna make on all these guys. These guys are really good.
Tally start now.
Yep.
I want to hit you in the same spot again, Squiller.
Yeah, Bobby had an issue on the last corner too. Got a little squirrely, got in the grass, but he did save it. He's going, and he's with Squeller, so they're hoping to get caught back up to the field. Absolutely, and look at what's happened to Squeller this week. It could happen to Zuri's next week, and so anything's possible. And if anybody is in this race that can handle a challenge, is Squeller. He's fast, he's consistent, he knows what to do, and he can handle pressure very well. So don't count him out yet. There's still a lot of laps to go, and this is a big track too. Absolutely. I mean, there's so many places on this track to make that you could possibly make a mistake compared to the last one that we were at. So it's you never count anybody out. Anybody. Even though I know Zuri's right now, he's hauling. He's putting down some fast, consistent lap times. He's pulling away from Frylock a little bit. And Frylock, of course, he has D West right behind him. Or no, AY. AY's putting pressure on him. So Zuri's is the one that's got the comfortable lead. He's probably the most comfortable out of everybody in this track.
My bad, AY.
No, it was I fucked up.
It's a smart move. And look at Squeller already, right? He already caught up to the back of the pack. He's there. He's not too far from DFest. So if he makes his move on him, then he's got Ty and he's got King Saturn. And those guys, if they like Ty's already in the grass, he's making a mistake, overdrove it a little bit. Now DFest is gonna have to battle him, giving Squeller a chance to catch both of them. So don't count him out.
Wired one.
Yeah, Millsy's one.
Uh-oh.
Thank you,
Can't
Coach
hear you.
Chevy. I never unmuted my mic. So,
Thank you, Colt. We appreciate you.
Colt, I appreciate it. So just a recap, as Graham was iterating, where you guys couldn't hear anything. You know, I was just mentioning how I hated that Squeller had the bad luck, but it looks like he's going to be able to try to salvage a little bit. Zuri's, who was 5 points behind Squeller coming in, looks like if the race were to finish how it is, he will be the points leader. Once again, Colt, Chevy, thank you for mentioning that. Just going through the field here, Zuri's his first, Frylock second, AYDY third. It looks like everybody's on their own island on that top three. Then when we get to fourth, we have Captain Napkins getting heavily pressured by D. Westberg. You see D. West bumps Captain a little bit. It's going to be a drag race down this line. Now, I don't know if D. West is going to check up this time by or not.
Oh, Ty has a mistake. Battling with a couple of the guys up in front of him. It was Squeller and D-Fest. Got a little squirrely on the last corner there.
Now, I think something might have happened to Millsy, because Millsy's in 11th place, so we might have one tally or so, because he was racing up front, now he's in 11th, so I don't really know what it is, but if we see drivers start to slow down, then we know it's definitely going to be a tally. And one person I know that wants to see a caution come out, like I said, well, like I've been saying, but you guys haven't heard, is
AY must have made a mistake too.
Wow.
He's back in 10th, and he was 3rd.
Wow.
I was wondering that because I see Frylock use a little squirrely, so I wasn't sure if they got into it. D West is now in 4th. Captain's in 3rd.
So let's see if that is.
Oh,
a caution.
Frylock's around. Frylock is around too. Captain's going by D West.
Caution
I'm
is
not sure
out.
if that's a tally.
Caution is out. Zuri's did end up slowing down, so caution is out about halfway through this. Like I said, all these are single car incidents, and on road courses, and this track has the potential for a single car incident. So I mean, it just seemed like it bred it. I mean, you had Millsy, then AY, then Frylock. So Frylock looked to recover though, in 4th position. I don't know if he was the reason for the tally. I don't think he was. I think it was AY that was the reason for the tally. So them guys, they're going to get lined up. Yeah, it looks like Millsy is going to go around AY. Yep, Millsy's going around AY. So AY was the when AY wrecked, that was racing back to the line, and Frylock just happened to wreck after the caution was called. So he does get to keep the position where he was. So these guys are going to double up. Frylock is in that position Zuri's was in on this restart.
Oh boy.
Which was very successful, and it ended up getting him the lead. So I am going to look and keep eyes on him, but the person I want to watch is Squeller and see, and see how he takes.
7th.
He's up
after
to
being last.
Yep.
So that's awesome. And Captain looks like he's seen some better days, but he's up in 2nd. So that's awesome for him. He's having a great run. Zuri's, his car is clean. It's gonna be awesome right here coming to this first turn.
So I'm doing a damage check. Most of the field looks like to be there in their 90s, except Squeller and AYDY. AYDY has some significant damage, but we're going to be a little bit under halfway. So a lot of racing left. Lots of racing left. But we're going to get ready to go green here. I will see what's going to happen. I really want to stay on board with Squeller, and that's what we're going to do. Squeller is going to be the guy that we watch as we take green. And it looks like the green flag is underway. Here comes the chicane of death. Looks like everybody's going to back out a little bit. Saturn's going to try to make it through. Everybody makes it through clean. It looks like 3 wide. Squeller, he was very passive on it, so I don't really know what's gonna happen here. A lot of Bobby's around. I mean, that was just, you can't really do anything there about that. I mean,
Bobby.
Very aggressive. Bobby was on the short end of that stick, just one of those things. So it looked like Squeller did make it through there. Bobby was the one that paid the price there. Popping on board with Zuri's right now. Made it through there fine, it looked like. So let's see if he can extend this lead.
Oh, side by side, Frylock and Captain for 2nd. That's a tough place to be side by side. Yep, Frylock is in the grass, but he's still holding it. He's doing a hell of a job.
And Frylock's going to have to get around Captain Napkins really quick if he wants to make any work out of Zuri's, and he knows it, so he's pushing the issue. A lot of these guys know
taking
it.
advantage of it. Yes, absolutely.
I don't think anybody's going to check up right here. I really don't think so. I think it's Saturn checked up a little bit. All right, so these guys, they're still playing nice with each other. He played the short game. But, yeah, I feel like Frylock not getting around napkins when he did. I think Zuri's is in prime real estate now to run away with this.
Yeah, I think so. And Frylock has got to be getting frustrated. He is getting bounced around quite a bit. He just bounced off of Saturn. AY is right there. Now he's finally falling into place. Now he can settle in and move forward.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, we see some brake damage, like some brake damage, suspension damage. Engine and transmission still seems to be going good for AY, but the brakes and the suspension. So luckily, you don't need the suspension that much on this track unless you go off road. So we'll have to see how that plays out later in the race with him.
Defest is giving Squeller a run for his money too. He is right there, right on his bumper.
So I am checking the fastest times right now, and it looks like Zuri's has the fastest time with a 101.9. Only guy under 2 minute or under that minute 2 mark, and it looks like the majority of guys are under the fastest lap set by Millsy, which was a 2.5. So
The battles on this track are impressive. Like, it is a tough track to begin with. There's plenty of places to make mistakes, and these guys are right on each other. It's amazing.
the Saturn goes a little bit wide there. That's going to open up the door for Frylock. It's going to see who's going to outbrake each other right here coming into this this little zigzag 90-degree. So he's going to dive it in harder. Saturn dives it in. Frylock's looking for the undercut. Looks like he's going to get it. Saturn dived it in too hard, and he comes across AY. Kind of figured that was going to happen. Squeller's going to be looking for that 2-for-1 special. He got the buy one get one free at the expense of Saturn. And Defest is coming in hard. Saturn's all over the place. AYDY's in the grass as well. Coming into this corner, it's going to be to see who's going to negotiate it out a little bit. Everybody's getting bumped. And just like that, Saturn goes from 4th to 9th in the matter of just a few corners because he made that one slight error at the top of the track.
And you know the frustration level is super high with a lot of these guys. It's a tight track. Like, there's nothing you can do. If you want to be fast, you have to go for it. These guys know. And sometimes a mistake will happen when you're side by side, and that's just what's happening here. Everybody's trying to take every inch they can possibly get. And if they go in the grass and it sets it up for 2-3 wide for a really tight corner, this is awesome. Great racing.
And the thing is you notice he made one mistake and he got freight trained. He could not find a gap to fill in. And it happened right here in this corner where we're looking at right now. He overcooked it. As Ty just overcooked it, he looks like he might be going around. I don't know if they're going to count that as a tally or not, but it looked like he overcooked it a little bit. That corner sets you up a lot. That the first entrance to that 90-degree, you want to be able to set yourself up for that second 90-degree and get a run, because that sweeping corner that Defest just got out of, you're full throttle through that. So you want to try to keep as much momentum as you can. Looking through the field.
Ty and Bobby are having their own race in the back. They're really pushing hard, even for 11th and 10th.
Well, I see AY went really bad. He's all out of shape. That first chicane sets up a lot of errors right there. If you don't hit that right, you're going for a ride. So it looks like AY drops back to 7th. Squeller is Saturn and Defest. They're in the grass as well. Bobby, like you said, Bobby and Ty, they're racing for last.
Shout out to Millsy, silver driver, running in 6th place. This is a tough track, and he's holding his own for sure. After I think he had a mistake in the very beginning, was put him in the back, and now he's back up to 6th.
Yeah, that's
great place at the right time.
Yeah, I'm popping on board with him, and the caster curse as he's trying to take down some billboards. Yeah, like you said, 6th place, did go to the back, ended up coming back up to the front. He did benefit off that restart. But my eyes are on this 3rd place podium position right here. Captain Napkins. Frylock is back behind him. Maybe a little frustration because Captain goes wide. Frylock's going to get a run here. I don't know if he's going to play nice with him, passing him this time. It doesn't look like it. Captain's on the defense. I think that's going to frustrate Frylock even more.
Captain's a little bump and run here.
Captain's playing really hard to get. Don't look now. Squeller has a chance to really close that gap. So, I mean, if Squeller can somehow finish 3rd, this points battle is tight. Tight coming into the last few weeks. Every position matters because every position is a point.
Absolutely. And it's a tight point battle, obviously. So, he knows it. He's trying. And he's going to push hard with these last 5 laps.
Oh, wow. Captain Napkins broke right there for that corner, and he paid for it. Squeller dove his nose down in there. This is actually going to help Squeller out a little bit, getting that bump through the corner. Yeah, so Captain was trying to undercut Frylock right there, but you really can't undercut that corner because that is a full high-speed corner. And Squeller knows that. He's not touching the brakes at all going through that corner, and he was able to poke his nose in there, and he got around Captain Napkins. Squeller closing that gap down to Zuri's. I think if the race was to end right here, all being said, Squeller would take it as a win.
Absolutely. After being last and so far back and not knowing a caution could happen. Yeah, absolutely. This is he's excited to be in the top 4 right now. I don't even think that he at least thought maybe half the field be the top 4. That's incredible. Great run for him. And want to give a shout out to D West. You know, like Zuri's was pulling away in that before that first caution. D West isn't letting him take off too far. He's holding a little gap. Yeah, Zuri's has just gotten cruise control, but D West was a little far back, and now he's holding his own in second place.
Yeah, he's got a top 4 time right there with a 1-2 with 1-2.1 and we look. I think Squeller might have got passed by Captain Napkins by chance. I'm going to look on the leaderboards. Looked like maybe so. Yep, Captain Napkins was able to pass by Squeller. Looking at the leaderboards right here, we got a few guys running an 0.20, which is pretty fast. Well, only one guy running that 1.9, and Captain Napkins with a 2.4. In that top 5, Squeller might have had an error. Looks like, yeah, and Millsy's going to try to close that gap in on him. So, Squeller, you're coming up on this white flag or this no more cautions lap. Are you going to rebound and see if you can get that 4th place? But
it won't be without effort, that's for sure. We know that.
I think something might have happened with Zuri's a little bit. Because
yeah, he went off in the grass on turn 1. It went a little bit overdrove the entry to turn 1, so we had to catch it and brought it back. And D West had a hell of a turn 1, so we caught up a little bit.
Oh yeah, so the pressure is on now. These guys are going to cross this line. There's going to be no more cautions. Yep, we are green till the end. Zuri's feels the pressure, hits that about as perfect as you can hit it right there going through that chicane. So it's Zuri's race to lose. Scrolling through the field here, just trying to see if there's any battles. Squeller looks like he's going to maintain his 5th place. D-Fest and AY, that battle for 8th starting to heat up a little bit with 3 laps coming to 2 laps go. D-Fest.
A little bit.
Yep,
AY got by.
Yep, AY is able to get around. Any battles in particular you're looking at, Grandpa?
That was the one, AY and D-Fest. That seems to be the tightest one here. Frylock is trying to catch up to D-West, and Captain's right there.
I think Captains might have something to say if he can get somewhat close to Frylock. I feel like these two guys, some tensions may be arising, maybe not. This is only what we see from the caster's point of view. But I feel like these two guys have been racing hard, not dirty whatsoever, but they have been racing hard against one another. So if Frylock slips up and falls back into the clinches of Captain Napkins, it might open up a podium position for either Squeller or Millsy.
Yeah, I know Captain and Frylock get along well. And they love racing each other. So you know Captain is trying his hardest, as you see him pushing really hard there in turn 1 to try to gain any little bit he can on Frylock. But Frylock's just he's hauling the mail. He's trying to catch up to D West.
Well, the battle that I'm going to be locked to, speaking of D West, is going to be D West and Zuri's, because I think Zuri's might have made another mistake. So this is the battle we're going to be watching to the end. I know there might be some more battles coming up around the track. I'm trying to just look through one more time before we lock on with the top 2. AYDY is going to DNF. Something happened with him. But yeah, scrolling through the field, we're on board with D West coming to the white flag. He's going to be trying to haul the mail.
Finished second in the first race, and you know he wants that win. Being that close both times in both these races, yeah, you know he's pushing it hard. He wants it. And Zuri's is finally feeling pressure. That might create mistakes from his end. So D West is in the captain's spot. He's got it.
We're coming. White flag is out. We have 1 lap to go here around Espadalen Raceway. The pressure is on. Can D West close the gap on Zuri's, or will Zuri's continue his fashion of dominance? Only a few more corners to decide the fate.
Ooh, Squeller and Captain are side by side. Squeller got around Captain.
Oh yeah, that battle's going to look to heat up a little bit. I'm going to pop on board with that because that has potential for a dive bomb city coming into this last. Squeller Just going to get through here. Zuri's looks like he's going to get through these corners fine. Going to pop back on board. There's battles all around the track. Captain Napkins is going to try to dive it in. Nope, not going to be able to. Squeller looks like he might be taking home that fourth. Millsy's trying to close the gap a little bit, but popping back on board with Zuri's coming into the final corner of race number 6 in season 2 of the Gold Series. D-West tried to make that late charge. Did not seem to work out. Zuri's is going to win in dominating fashion at Espadalens Raceway.
Congrats to Zuri's. What a race. He held it from start to finish. He barely made any mistakes. Solid run from Zuri's. Look how clean his car is.
And then we have second Steve Westberg, third Frylock, fourth Squeller, fifth Captain Napkins, sixth Millsy, seventh Saturn, eighth D-Fest, ninth Bobby, 10th Ty Hard, and then AYDY will be in 11th position. Guys, thank you for tuning in to tonight's live stream. Thank you so much to Grandpa for joining me up here in the booth. And any final words, Grandpa?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Wired for being the official today. Appreciate him and all he does for this league. Thank you for the opportunity to be up here. This was an amazing race. Both races were awesome to watch. Thank you for allowing me the chance to do this. I appreciate it. Thank you to the PRA, and I can't wait till next week.
Yep, it's going to be a good time next week. We're back on the oval. So thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll